Welcome to Sphere. I am Price Time, and you're watching Sphere TV. I wanted to take some time in this video to lay out where we currently are with Sphere and talk about the many different aspects of the ecosystem that are in the works. Let's start off with Dyson. We are working on a new integration on Dyson to be able to showcase all of the performance fees from the contract to be updated in real time. We are also working on backtests for our concentrated liquidity pools to be displayed in our front end, and are working on showing rebalancing losses, since it is a unique feature of Dyson in active liquidity management to be able to rebalance via 1-inch for the lowest slippage swaps. We are also looking to add a manual harvest function, as well as a safety metric feature to help users better understand the risk profiles of the different Dyson vaults. These changes collectively should make Dyson an even more user-friendly platform, with clear metrics for ease of navigation and to assist with risk assessment. As we work on Dyson, there may occasionally be visual bugs, for example TVL inaccuracies. When this happens, please bear with us as we continue to work to update Dyson. Uniswap v3 is not the only concentrated liquidity integration that we seek to have on Dyson, and we have been in touch with a few other protocols who are adopting v3. The SP model has been very effective at maintaining pegs even in the face of depeg events, and because of their success, Sphere continues to be approached by external protocols looking to work with us. We will continue to build liquid wrapper solutions as they bolster the ecosystem as a whole, thanks to the accumulation of protocol-owned VE tokens that support quality yield farming for all users, while simultaneously building Sphere's meta governance. For example, when we launch Preon and its stablecoin Star, we will be able to launch the token onto different chains with a good amount of governance to incentivize its liquidity. This should bring more demand for Star, driving more TVL inside Preon, and ultimately bringing more revenue for Preon and Sphere. We are working to make the yield from the Treasury even more transparent. We have been working with Multifarm, who are one of, if not the biggest in the game when it comes to Treasury dashboards, but we have been met with less than ideal results. Because of this, we are working to showcase a more transparent Treasury report ourselves. Which brings us to the topic of token burns. This topic has understandably been a sensitive one. Ultimately, the appreciation of the token should stem from the value it gives to users. When the ecosystem earns yield, if that yield is given to token lockers, then we are rewarding those who are most committed to the ecosystem. If, however, that yield is used to buy and burn Sphere tokens, then we run the risk of rewarding those who are not committed to the protocol by providing exit liquidity. At the present moment, as we are in the process of setting the foundation of yield generation, we are currently using yield to reward token lockers who are committed to the ecosystem. With respect to those foundations of yield generation, Spherelend, Preon, and our liquid farmed solutions such as liquid farmed Matic and BNB are nearing their final stages. We feel that Preon is one of our most exciting projects with novel tokenomics and synergies. One of the discussion points within the team currently is on which chain to launch Preon in order to gain the most traction, for example on Polygon versus Arbitrum, and there are pros and cons to both. Though cross-chain is the end goal, placing more of an emphasis on a certain chain when launching may help to provide an edge. Liquid farmed Matic is not a LSD or liquid staking derivative, though it can easily incorporate LSDs within it for diversification and stability. Ultimately, the goal of liquid farmed Matic is to have better yield than LSDs, because it can take advantage of yield farming opportunities in addition to staking yields. I wanted to touch briefly on Penrose and Unknown as well. The Dystopia and Cone teams are working on their V2, and only when these are live can we work to improve Penrose and Unknown, since they are built on top of Dystopia and Cone. But both Penrose and Unknown remain part of the Sphere ecosystem. At present, we are in somewhat of an awkward time for Sphere, a limbo of sorts, because multiple projects are close to completion, and once they are completed, they will be able to support each other and work together synergistically, which should then produce more revenue for Sphere. Moving from YL Sphere to VE Sphere can then be our next priority after the launches of these protocols. During the VE Sphere lock period, the 80/20 Sphere LP that is held in the protocol can be yield farmed on Balancer, for example, with that yield forwarded to VE Spherians in addition to yield from the entire ecosystem. From there, we can move to a more decentralized approach, where the community can have more of a voice via VE Sphere governance and earn bribes in a more decentralized way. The framework for this will be laid out more in detail when the time comes. In the background, we have gone through some internal restructuring, which has included the hiring of 2 new contract devs. We are also working with an external marketing team to be able to share the vision of the Sphere ecosystem in a more digestible manner now that we are nearing the end of this development cycle. Throughout this development cycle, Sphere has been plagued by difficult market conditions at nearly every turn. The bear market, Terra Luna, FTX, and the USDC DPEG to name several, with many others not mentioned here. And yet, each time we get knocked down, we pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and keep going. Because we know that once everything is in place, we really only need good timing once for the entire ecosystem flywheel to take off. Visit us on Discord to stay up to date on announcements and join our community. This video and channel is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence in order to make sound financial decisions. Thanks for watching, and always remember that you matter for who you are. Sphere has been plagued by difficult market conditions.